I'm kind of tired right now. We had a long day of just exams, medical exams. It's all part of the process.
We might as well get the question out of the way. Are you tired of answering all the questions about the incident, and how are you going to handle it going forward?
Yeah, about the incident, I said all I need to say about that. How I'm handling it going forward is doing what I'm doing right now. Focusing on the moment. I'm focusing on football and the combine. Not everybody gets this opportunity to be here. I'm sure there's thousands and thousands of people who would like to be here in Indianapolis. So, just trying to enjoy the moment.
How much have you been asked about it by NFL teams?
Quite a few teams ask me about it. Some go to certain lengths. Some just ask me, hey, just give me a brief overview of how it was, and then they just get straight to business about football.
Manti, why didn't you play well in the national championship game?
That's because I did. That's all on me. That's something that I played hard, and so did my team. But Alabama had a great game plan, and so did we. It's just they executed better than we did.
Was the other situation a distraction for you leading up to that game?
No.
Manti, any teams not ask you about it?
Oh, no. They all asked me about it. Just tell me the facts. They want to hear it from me, and just tell them basically what happened.
Do you think it might hurt you?
That I don't know.
Do you fear it might?
No, I don't.
Manti, what would you say the facts are? Just if you had to summarize what happened, what would your take be on what happened?
Pardon?
What your summary of what happened? Just
I was in. I care for somebody, and that's what I was taught to do ever since I was young. When someone needs help, and you help them out, and unfortunately, I didn't end up the way I thought it would.
How many teams have
came out? Why did you wait so long?
It was just a whirlwind of stuff. For me, I'm 22-year-old and 21-year-old at that time. Just trying to get your thoughts right. Everybody's just kind of chaos for a little bit, so you let the chaos die down, and wait till everybody's ready to listen.
Why did you never attempt to go see a girl that you cared so much about?
Pardon?
Do you feel like people might doubt your version of events since you so long about it?
That I don't know. People done because that took a while to come out. I think from our point of view, we wanted to let everything come out first and then have my side come out. So the way that we did it, I felt worked best for me. And I'm very grateful for those who helped me to get through that time, because I think it went over as smoothly as it could.
Why did you never go? Why did you never try?
Talking to the NFL people that what happened might affect you guys. Have you gotten any sense from the NFL people that what happened might affect you?
No, not really. They told me that they've all just wanted to know from mine. They wanted to hear from me what the truth was, and they haven't really said anything about it affecting me. Some guys just, we just talk. I'll briefly describe for 30 seconds, and the next 14 minutes is just all plays and just getting down to business. So that's how I prefer it to be.
Do you worry about how you'll be treated, whatever team drafts you, how you'll be treated in the locker room, if you'll have trouble assuming a leadership role?
No. I think, I've learned to, I learned the difference between the things I can control and the things I can't control. And hopefully, by doing the things I can control well, I'll have more favor in the other category. But, whatever team I go to, I'm just going to be me and work hard. Just do my best to help the team win, and whatever happens.
Why did you not try?
Media fascination and this right here just blow you away?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I've been in front of a few cameras, but not as many as this. So.
What about when it came out and every network, every news channel, that was the main story? Were you surprised by the fascination across the country for this story?
I was. It got overwhelming at times. I think the hardest part, and I've said, was just to see, not necessarily my first name, but it's my last name Everybody here, you treasure your last name. That's what you hold dear. That's something that when you pass on, the only thing that stays with you, stays here is your last name. So they can see my last name everywhere, and to know that I represented my family and all my cousins and aunties.
Are you prepared to deal with this moving forward the next couple of years of your career?
Oh yeah, for me, I'm just looking forward to getting ready and getting straight to football. And I understand that people have questions, but I think I've answered everything I could. And for me, I really like to talk about football.
Who are some of the teams you met?
This all came out, had you planned to go to the Super Bowl and not in health?
No, I didn't get that far. I was still worrying about the national championship, and I didn't get that far.
Who are some of the teams you met with to this point?
I've met with the Texans and I met with the Packers.
Why did you not attempt to go see a girl that you cared so much?
I did. We made plans. It just obviously didn't work out.
How many more teams do you expect to talk to, and do you know which ones they would be?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I know I will be meeting formally with 18 more teams. I don't know specifically who they are. I'll find out soon. But I know I'll be meeting with 18 total. 20 total, but 18 more.
As a football player, what are you telling teams that you feel like you bring to the table?
I think what I bring to the table is a lot of heart, a lot of energy, and somebody who works hard. Somebody who hates to lose. I always said I hate losing more than I love to win, and the reason why I love to win is because I don't have to go through that feeling of losing. And it's those times where I lose that that feeling that will always stick with me. And so for the teams, I just tell them you'll always get somebody who's humble, works hard, doesn't say much, and will do everything it takes to win.
Manti, do you have any lingering regret over all of this?
Pardon?
Do you have any lingering regret at all?
I could have done some things different. Obviously, I just did a lot of things different to avoid all this stuff. But throughout my experience my senior year, I wouldn't do anything different.
You say it was an embarrassing experience?
Oh, definitely. Anybody to go through it's definitely embarrassing. You're walking through a grocery store and you kind of like give people what it takes, and that's it. They're staring at you, and it's definitely embarrassing. And it's I guess part of the process, it's part of the journey. But it's only gonna make me stronger, and it definitely has. Oh, definitely. I definitely have done. Obviously, I'm here. If I was still embarrassed, I wouldn't be standing in front of you.
I understand what NFL teams are trying to get at when they ask about the situation. Do you think?
Yeah. They want to know somebody. They want to be able to trust their player, and you don't want to invest in somebody who you can't trust. And so, with everybody here, they're just trying to get to know you. They're trying to get to know you as a person and as a football player. And I understand where they're coming from.
In some ways, does that make you feel like you have a hurdle in the honesty situation, in the honesty department to overcome?
It could be a hurdle, but it could also be a great opportunity to show who you really are. And that's the way I have approached it, and it's been a great growing experience for me.
You've been linked to the Ravens a lot in mock drafts. Whether you get there, we'll see. But how much would that be an opportunity to succeed Ray Lewis that you would be interested in?
Oh, definitely. With every team I go to, but definitely the Ravens. Ray Lewis, I've grown up watching Ray Lewis. Just watching his intensity, his passion for the game, his love for the game, his work ethic. Everything in a linebacker that you want to be is in Ray Lewis, from leadership qualities, all that. And he'll be definitely missed in Baltimore and in the NFL as a whole. But if I get to go to Baltimore, there'll definitely be some big shoes to fill, but an opportunity that I'll be honored to have.
Manti, how did that situation change you at all? What's different about you now as a person compared to who you were prior to that?
I think, for me, I've learned, first to be, just to be honest, in anything you do, and everything, from big things to small things. Secondly, to keep your circle very small, and to really understand who's really in your corner and who's not. I think going off of the season that my team and I had, there was a lot of people in our corner. And then when January 16th happened, there's a lot of people in the other corner. And so I just learned to appreciate the people that I have, that are with me, and to just make sure that you always try to turn a negative thing into a positive.
What's been the toughest moment since all this came out?
I think the toughest moment, to be honest with you, was a phone call that I got from my sister, where she told me that they had to sneak my own family in their home because there were people parked out in the yard and stuff like that, and that had to be the hardest part. And for me, something that I've always had a problem with is when I can't do something about it, when I can't help. So to know that my family was in this situation because of the actions that I committed was definitely the hardest part for me.
As a player, what kind of challenges do you anticipate at the next level?
As a player, just obviously the game just gets even more faster. It gets a lot more complex. I think what I have to do as a player is I have to remember why I'm playing this game. It's still the same game I played, when I was a little kid on the streets. Same thing. Football's still the same shape. Obviously, people are going to be professionals. This is where the best play. But as long as I don't stray too far from from who I am and what I believe in, I think the journey will be worth it.
Hey Manti, a lot of other players in this draft, they've been arrested, they've flunked drug tests, they've had things like that on their resume or whatever. How much does that sort of, does it bother you that you're under so much scrutiny and people ask so much about your character when other guys have been in jail or things like that?
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, and I think the best thing one of the positive things about what I went through is I've learned to empathize with those who are going through the same thing. Those who are going through some hard times or getting attention that they don't necessarily want, and it just taught me, and from going through that to always just give somebody a benefit of the doubt, just say, you never know, what's going on with the person.
What I'm saying is there's a difference between the situations.
That's something that I don't think I can comment on.
There are some.
Did you consider taking any kind of legal action against Ryan?
No. I think that's the worst thing you could do. Both families are going through chaos. There's not only people camped out my house. There's people camped out at his house. And so I think I went through what I went through, and he went through his own share of stuff. So I think that's the worst thing for me to do. Is to do that.
Two more questions, guys.
Is to always try and forgive. If you forgive, you'll get majority of the blessings. So I always try to forgive, and it's definitely benefited me.
There are some.
When your sister dating anybody in real life?
No, not right now.
When your sister did quote you in the question that all of this, what was your emotion when she was telling you that you're just comparison?
This is why. This is why. It should never get that way. I think as people we have to realize that we're all people. Somebody is somebody's son, somebody's daughter. You know what I mean? And I try to picture it that way. And would you want somebody doing that to your son? Would you want somebody doing that to your daughter? And if not, then why do it? And so through this whole experience, I've learned that. And since I've experienced it, the things I see, the things I do, I try to always think that's somebody's son, that's somebody's daughter, somebody's mom, dad, and try to, whatever I do, try to base what I do off of that.
Thanks, Manti.
And so, in closing, just like to thank everybody for being here. It's been a hard but tremendous ride for me and my family and the University of Notre Dame. I have to thank my parents, my family, my friends, the University of Notre Dame, and everybody who supports me. And I couldn't do it without all of you. And just hopefully after this, I answer the things I need to answer, and we can move on with football. So thank you, everybody.